I feel great, bro. I just gotta keep going, bro. Keep going, bro.
And that should be all the proof that you need to see that this league is scripted and rigged, because how would Sam Darnold know that he would be seeing Brock Purdy in a couple weeks? Because from that game in a couple weeks, it would be, in the playoffs that they would see one another. So can anyone explain that? It's almost like Sam Darnold knew, because these players do know, because these games are all scripted and rigged. And this game was no different. All of these leagues, NFL, NBA, MLB, it doesn't matter what league it is. All of these leagues are scripted and rigged. People need to wake up.
People are not waking up to sports. After this last Super Bowl, they're saying the NFL is rigged, the Super Bowl is rigged. This is something I've been knowing. All sports are rigged, man. It goes according to a script. It's nothing more than a movie, right? The whole world, some people refer to everything that we know to this day as a movie. Everything is going according to script. That's one way people like to put it. If you get where I'm going with it, and if you get where they're going with it. They're all actors. Politicians, presidents, they're all actors playing out their roles. The same thing goes for athletes and all celebrities, really. The NFL, it's all a part of the entertainment industry. You get me? Now follow me. Family, you already know what they're doing. If you're brand new, 2 thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe, and ring the post notification bell as well. All right, let's get into it.
There's a laser right here telling them where to get tackled. Literally right here, laser. It's gonna flash. Look, it's flashing right there. This is where he's gonna get tackled. Right on this laser. Boom. Oh, ball goes down.
I ain't gonna lie. That shit was rigged. That shit was rigged. Niggas know. That shit was rigged. I tell ya. Rigged.
Y'all, so the Super Bowl just started, and it's 100% rigged. Look at this shit. Look at his choice. Heads. He said tails is your choice. He chose heads. And he said New England won the toss. The guy from Seattle clearly said heads on national television.
The top comment on this video, somebody said the NFL said in court that they are an entertainment company back in 2017. Told y'all it's all entertainment. This is entertainment. They said that back in 2017 when they got taken to court because people were trying to point out that it was rigged. People trying to argue that he said tails. Somebody said, nope, I caught that too. He clearly said heads. Somebody said, no, you can hear him say heads. What y'all think? What did y'all hear, family? Did y'all hear him say heads or did y'all hear him say tails? Drop it in the comment section below. If y'all still not convinced, I got more clips. Let's keep it going. This is coming from a former NFL player himself. This is Larry Johnson, a former NFL player. He actually played for the league. He played in the NFL for the Chiefs. He played on the Chiefs. This is somebody that's been in it before, giving his take on the NFL. Can you debate with a player that's been in it? I don't think none of us been in it. I think we should trust him more than anybody else. Let's see what he got to say.
I had stopped watching the National Football League a little bit after I had stopped playing. But my wife had her family over for a little get-together, and one of them put the game on. And it was at the Buffalo Bills, Denver Broncos, overtime that they turned this game on. And I just looked at the score. Knowing that I'm watching entertainment now, knowing that I've came out of this world, I was thoroughly entertained by the entertainment. The score was 30-30, which is, if you know anything about masonry or Zionist numerology.
Oh, I know he about to go in. Yeah, you know he didn't sell his soul if he's speaking on this, man. He about to expose some things he probably shouldn't have exposed. If we hear this man come up missing, all right, he might not be on their radar. Maybe this video didn't get enough traction, but if he keeps speaking out, then, hey, he might go crazy or come up missing. Y'all know how they do it.
You know how many times they put 33 in everything and anything they can get their hands on.
Yep.
They want to show you that they can control and manage things. That
the highest degree of Freemasonry. The 33rd degree.
Have to do with people's lives. So I saw 30 and 30, 3 and 3. So I saw that the Buffalo Bills could have had a pass interference call in the end zone, that it wasn't called, even though it was blatant pass interference. Then I knew what time it was. The whole time, everybody thought the Buffalo Bills were going to win because of the quarterback's ability to have game-winning drives. And of course, his girlfriend or wife became pregnant, and she showed everybody on the red carpet of the Golden Globes that she was pregnant, alongside the other co-star of the movie Sinners, where she ends up pregnant. So they made it a big to-do that these two women who play Smokestack's love interest were both pregnant almost at the same time. So they kind of got you to fall in love with the narrative of rooting for the Buffalo Bills. And plus you felt sorry for them because if you remember the whole Damar Hamlin situation, so you wanted them to eventually win. And then Marv Levy turned, I think, 100 years old. I thought Marv Levy was dead, but Marv Levy turns like 100 years old, some old age. And you thought that, okay, this would be the year that the Buffalo Bills finally break this curse. So a lot of people fell for this narrative. Even people who bet in Vegas or the Hard Rock, they fell for this narrative, this spell. But if you understand anything about occult symbolism, you know that Colorado is one of the biggest Masonic states in all of America.
Yep.
So you know what time it was when you saw that they gave the Denver Broncos that interception. When anybody who has ever played football, you know that since the ground can't cause a fumble, the ground also can't cause an interception. Especially when the wide receiver had already had possession on the ball and his knee touched the ground. It should have been just Buffalo Bills ball. So there's two drives that they could have just won that game outright. But it wouldn't have added up to Zionist numerology. So then
they believe in numerology. They also believe in death by numbers. We can talk about Lil Jon and what just happened to his son. He became a member of the 27 Club. That's just one example of many, though.
Get back-to-back pass interference calls, which I think they were pretty much legit, but it already sealed the deal. So then they told you, or Sean Payton told you, that Bo Nix suffered a broken ankle. Mind you, you see this man walk off the field. You see this man walk to say his last words to the opposing team's quarterback and then walk off. You don't see this man hobbling or limping. He showed no signs of a broken ankle. And the reason why they wanted you to know this is because if you know anything about numerology or gematria, the game stopped at 444 when the field goal was made. 444 in Sumerian numerology equals Masonic and Lucifer.
So look, all y'all that's spiritual, all these people that's spiritual, that's into the angel numbers, those are fallen angel numbers, right? They want you to fall with those fallen angels. They're taking you straight to the pits of hell. And that's what spirituality is y'all tapping into occult practices, hellism, many things, idolatry, many things. But he just said it himself. So everybody thinking this, oh, it means this. No, it does not mean what you think it means. Or it might mean what you think it means because, you know, a lot of them spiritual folks know that they're demonic. They are witches and warlocks.
So you just basically saw a Freemasonic ritual. Number 3 kicks a field goal for 3 points, and the score ends up being 33-30. That's a lot of threes. So if you look at the number 444 in Sumerian numerology, it also equals Lucifer, Masonic, and Jesus. So this whole time, players talking about, I thank God, the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for doing this, da-da-da-da-da. It's numerology that they're fooling you with. They're double speaking through numerology.
Yeah, exactly, because Jesus is the devil. That's just the real. We're not talking about Yahusha, the real Hamashiach, the Messiah. We're talking about the name Jesus. We're talking about Caesar Borgia turned into Jesus. You've been deceived. A lot of the church been deceiving people. Woe to the pastors for misleading Abba's flock, Yahuwah's flock, right? At least it's somebody else saying it. This is an NFL player. Some people, they need people like this to speak because they have a platform or they look at them as a higher status than somebody like me or you. You see what I'm saying? But he's saying the same thing as us. He hip. The Most High never told us to have a religion. he made a covenant with Yasharal. But I'm going to let him keep going. That's just a sprinkle of little, plant those seeds. For those that don't know, I know I got all my Hebrew people on the channel. Shalom. Y'all understand.
They mean Lucifer. Because most of these players that are doing these interviews after games, they're Freemasons or Prince Hall Freemasons or part of Black Greek organizations, which is the same thing as Freemasonry, because Prince Hall Freemasons are the ones who founded all of the Black Greek organizations. Their rituals are the same. Their behavior is the same. They're in the same organization. Mike Tomlin is a Kappa Alpha Psi, same organization. So don't be fooled. In order for them to make a numeric ritual out of everything, that means the head coach has to be in on it. The offensive coordinator has to be in on it, and the defensive coordinator has to be in on it. It is entertainment. It's a revenue sharing league. There ain't no reason for any team to go to the Super Bowl back to back to back and thinking they're going to be the best team and get all the best prizes and get all of the top dollars. It does not matter. The team that goes 0-17 for 4 years straight is sharing the same amount of money with a Super Bowl team.
And in order for the performers, the entertainment at halftime, for those performers to perform, they have to do rituals ahead of time. And at the Super Bowl, they do a ritual in front of the whole crowd. These are Masonic. The whole thing is Masonic. Your BET Awards, your Super Bowl, all of these big events.
Not like MLB or NBA. It's a revenue sharing league. So they have to put the best product on the field, and they have to put the best presentation on the field so all teams can make money. So that's why it's controlled and managed by Masonry. And that's why I say Freemasonry is from mediocre white men, because that's the ones who control it through the York Rite and Scottish Rite.
Yep.
They want to play God. It's an insecure brotherhood. It's a narcissistic brotherhood.
Yep.
It's men who are inadequate with their life situation and they want to play God. That's it. That's the only thing that we'll be able to control is sports and numbers. And if you don't know the difference between this matrix, this system, and this numerology compared to what Yah's system is, you are going to get caught in the...
Okay. Larry Johnson, my brother Hebrew. Okay. Y'all heard him. He talking about Yahuwah, the Most High, right? It's a difference between the world systems and what Yahuwah created. All they can do is try to be him. That's all the devil can do. He can try to recreate what was already created by the Most High, right? He can't create anything on his own. Neither can none of his minions.
Wash when judgment happens. You won't know.
But let's rewind him back, though. It just surprised me that he said Yahuwah's name. I wasn't expecting that, but he real hip then.
To control is sports and numbers. And if you don't know the difference between this matrix, this system, and this numerology compared to what Yah's system is, you are going to get caught in the wash when judgment happens. You won't know if it's the time for the Messiah or it's the time for the Antichrist, because they'll do everything through numerology. Yep. They'll lay this entire narrative of fake prophecy through numerology. And the best way you can learn yourself and educate yourself, edify yourself through knowing and exposing this system is look how they do football games or games in general. Not all games, but the big ones.
Didn't I say it? All of the big ones, all the big events, not just the games included in what I'm saying, the big attention grabbing things of this world. Y'all can specify what that means. Let's put it like that. Down to the news. Some of these news stories that they break that just become ultra viral. Rituals. Energy harvesting. Let me know what y'all think about this video, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace to my Hebrew fam. Shalom.